Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite tip and tricks video for you guys. And in today's video, I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to outplay spammers in the game, and it's super annoying. Every single game, there's at least one or two teams that are gonna be really toxic and just absolutely spray you. So I'm gonna give you guys some tips to help you guys outplay those type of players. And before we get into the video, if you guys could, make sure you guys drop a like on this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on my notifications, and as well, make sure you guys add my Snapchat if you guys haven't already. It is Young Humor YT. I have a lot of really cool stuff on there, and as well, I'm pretty active on Snapchat, so make sure you guys add my new Snapchat. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. So here for this gameplay, it is a duo squads, and it is a 16 kill gameplay. And at the end of this gameplay, I probably ran into one of the most toxic teams ever. One of them was spamming a grenade launcher, one of them had a minigun, and the other two I think had a SCAR and a P90. So probably one of the worst teams that you could run into. They weren't even good players at all, they were just spamming so hard it actually almost killed me. And you guys know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to those spammers. They're not even really that good of players. They just spam so hard that eventually they're going to tag the mess out of you, maybe get a few lucky headshots, or maybe you're just trying to get some heals off, you're low on mats, and they just keep spraying and spraying and spraying, and it's just super annoying trying to outplay this type of players. So honestly, for my top 3 of the worst guns to get spammed with, if I was running into a team of 4, I would say the top 3 worst things that you can get spammed by. I'll start out with the numbers. I'll say the number 3 thing that you don't want to get spammed by is a P90. That thing is super annoying. You have 2 guys shooting the exact same time with a P90. And I'm usually talking, when I talk about sprayers, I'm talking about spraying in this game. And I'm usually talking about maybe duos or squad gameplays. When it comes to just one player, it's a little bit easier. You pretty much have to just do a few things. But when it comes to squads or duos, maybe if a teammate down, or whatever the case may be, and you're getting sprayed by multiple people at the exact same time from different angles, and that is what makes spraying so hard to live through every single time you get sprayed. So P90 number 3 is probably one of the worst things to get spammed by. And I would say the second one would have to be rocket launchers, grenade launchers, anything with rockets. Super annoying. I remember just a few days ago they added a feature where if you were behind a wall, rockets will still hit you. I think they hit you for like 20 or 30 damage. But either way, it was the dumbest thing ever, because if someone's spamming you with RPGs and you would try to put up any sort of walls, anything to protect yourself, even if it hit the wall, you would still get hit by the grenade. But they took that junk out of the game, because it's probably one of the worst updates I've ever seen to rocket launchers in my life. I've never seen anything worse than that. But I would say the number 1 worst thing to get sprayed by in this game is the SCAR. 10 out of 10. Every single time, I'd always say the SCAR is the worst thing to get spammed by, and here's why. So the SCAR is probably the most powerful gun in this game. It's like a 34 to 36 damage per shot, and headshots do 72 damage. If you get hit by a headshot with a SCAR, your shield is pretty much gone for. And if you have 150 health and you get hit by a headshot from a SCAR, I mean, you're down to 80 health already. You know, 80 health and no shield, and in this game, a duo squads, that's honestly a pretty big rip. That's only if he hits you for one headshot. If he hits you with a body shot or even a double headshot, I mean, you're pretty much done for. But the reason the SCAR is so annoying to get spammed by is because it absolutely shreds through walls. It's literally like a 2 or 3 shot to a wall. If they just place it, I'm pretty sure it's like maybe 1-2 shots at most. But when it comes to spraying with an AR, I've had this so many times, and I had another game. It was like a few days ago. I put the screenshot up on my Snapchat for those of you guys who have me added on Snapchat. And the last 2 or 3 teams, it was basically the last team, but it came basically, I was able to get a few picks. So it was basically down to the last 2 players, and both of them had a SCAR, and they didn't even build or anything. They were just spraying away. And I'm not gonna lie, during the course of fighting that team, I went down from 1,500 mats, and when I won the game, I was less than 200. So that is how many mats they ripped through with the SCAR alone. They didn't have any other gun that they were using. There was no like rocket launchers, miniguns. It was basically all just a SCAR, and they were just shredding through my structures and getting a few tags on me. And once I got a few tags on me, I had to heal up, so I was trying to do anything I could, just, give myself a little bit of space to get that heal off. And they just keep spamming so hard. There's barely anything I can do. And then I was trying to come out of the storm too, because the storm was literally in the end game. So I'm just over here getting spammed the mess out of. I can't do anything. I can't move. So the SCAR spam is the absolute worst to get spammed by. And honestly, I like guns that do a lot of damage. I think that's really, really good for the game. It makes it very fast paced. But the only thing is, if I really had a choice, I would nerf the structure damage of scars to walls, or scars to structures, because it is absolutely insane how fast a scar can just shred through walls and melt players. Like, I'm fine with it melting players, but what if it's just shredding through my walls and I literally cannot move? It just gets to a point where it's just super annoying and just really hard to counter every single time I run into players like that. So if you see a full team that looks toxic, camping in a porta fort, and they look like they have scars, just do yourself a favor. Don't even challenge at all. Just run the other way. Just do yourself a huge favor and not challenge that gunfight at all. So when it actually comes to killing those toxic teams or killing these toxic players, there's a few things that you have to do, and I'm about to get to it in a minute because I'm about to fight that one team that I was talking about that was super toxic and just filled with a ton of sprayers. I think starting off, one of the guys had a minigun, and the other guy was shooting a nade launcher, and the other guy had a scar, and I think one other guy had another scar or a P90. So a full team of people, and they weren't even really trying to build fight me at all, so, trying to do anything. They literally were just spraying at me as hard as they could, just trying to drain my entire mat. And as you can see, I have a good amount of mats right here. I don't have that much wood at all, but I have max brick and steel, so I'm in a pretty good spot. You always want to make sure you have a lot of mats. So here, before I get into the gunfight, I see another guy that's about to fight this team. I was able to get the kill on him right there. I got knocked a little bit from my shield, so of course I don't have any other bandages or med kits. So I'm going to back up a little bit, try to get my minis off. So I'm making sure I get myself to as much shield as possible before I try to fight any other teams. And the circle's coming in, and here in the situation, I'm trying to figure out where every single team is. Trying to figure where everybody's at. I know there was a guy or two in front of me, but I really wasn't sure where everybody was at. I think the other team would happen to be north. I didn't really know that at this time in the gameplay, but I think the other team was north. So of course here I'm playing a lot slower, trying to wait for a third party, wait for the two teams to fight. So I'm playing a little bit slow here, and I'm about to look out, and I'm about to see the worst thing, and probably the worst thing ever. This guy's spraying with the minigun. So here, of course, having a grenade launcher is also another really good way to get, some early kills or some early knocks. Because when you have people spraying at you, a lot of times it's by teams that, kind of on the ground. So you're going to be able to get a lot of shots off with your RPG. But the only difficult thing is when it comes to people who spray, you're not going to have a lot of time to reload, not a lot of time to get some heals off. So as you can see here, I would like to get another mini off because I'm only at 20 shield. And when it comes to sprayers, if someone gets a scar headshot, I'm going to be completely screwed over. So this guy's enemy, he's just spraying. So here I see an opportunity to get a full kill on the guy that I knocked initially. Getting that knock is really important, and be able to get that full kill, because I guarantee when they're spraying, there's going to be one guy going for the revive. So when it comes to fighting these toxic teams, getting a knock is extremely important, because once you get that first knock, they're going to be playing a lot different. You're going to have one or two guys go for the revive and just different things like that. But the best way to kill a full team of spraying people, or even in duos, people just spraying the mess out of them, you have pretty much two options in fighting the team. You can either, try to get, well, actually you can have three. If you're able to get a knock, definitely try to get a knock. You have to be really careful about peeking, because you're going to get sprayed and melted. So you have to be really careful about that. Another really good option is just run away from the gunfight, reposition yourself. I would always recommend that. That's usually what I do, because if I'm just getting sprayed by a bunch of people and I'm not going to be able to kill them, fast enough, I guarantee I'm going to have a third-party team come in, and it's really just not going to be a good scenario. So a lot of times I'll just back up, reposition myself, and just look for a better opportunity to get more shots off and try to get a knock from like a different high ground, or just something like that. And the other thing you can do, maybe you can't get out of the situation, is you always want to try to isolate your gunfights. And what I mean by that is you don't want to fight two people at the exact same time, because I guarantee you fight two people at the exact same time, you're going to be losing probably 9 times out of 10. And as you can see, when I'm killing this team, and I wasn't able to kill him right away, clearly I wasn't able to kill him right away. So I got that initial knock with the RPG and the pump shot. So that was a really good knock. And then I had to back up a little bit. I got another knock, and then I was able to kill the Raven right there. Basically, I wasn't able to just run through the team initially, so I had to play a lot slower, and I had to, pick them off one by one. I wasn't able to, just drop them all at the exact same time. So when it comes to the spraying teams, you're not going to be able to just kill them all at the exact same time, unless they're just that bad, and all 4 of them run you one by one, and you can just trap them. It's usually going to take a little bit of time and a little bit of repositioning. So you can use both things. You can try to isolate your gunfights and try to reposition yourself. You can use the redeploying gliders, just anything you can to get away, because of course when it comes to the spraying teams, they're going to be really toxic and they're going to follow you as well. So buildings are another really good thing. Like in tilted towers, if you can run to a building, so say you're getting sprayed at and you want to run away, so you're in tilted towers, you want to go to one of, maybe this, I would say the big building in tilted. So you run in there and you're getting sprayed at, they're following you. You can throw traps, try to do anything, get them off your back. But of course, once you're in that big building, they're not going to be able to shoot out your ramps. So you're going to have a lot of advantage. Like you can peek around corners, not going to be ready. You can throw traps, you're not ready. And you can also run away again, go to another building, or you can go to the roof and try to pick off people from there. So there's a lot of things you can do, and buildings are really good because sprayers are just spraying at your wall. They're going to be shooting you down a ton. So being able to reposition yourself and play a little bit slower is really going to save you a ton. And with that being said, that's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope you guys learned something in this video. If you could, make sure to drop a like on this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on my notifications. And as well, make sure you guys add my Snapchat if you guys haven't already. And alright guys, I will see you in the next video.